Scotland is a land blessed with resources, but now more than ever, policymakers need greater knowledge and a better understanding of our environment, food, health and rural sectors. In short, we need to use the best available science to inform the public and create the best government policy. Knowledge Scotland aims to improve the way we manage our resources. A collaborative bank of knowledge, it informs policymakers on important issues such as climate change, sustainable food supplies, land management, control of disease, health and well-being, and the conservation of biodiversity. Knowledge Scotland brings together 6 of Scotland's top research institutes: Macaulay Land Use Research Institute, Rowett Institute of Nutrition and Health, SCRI, the Scottish Agricultural College, Moredun Research Institute and the Royal Botanic Garden, Edinburgh. So, how does it work? First stop is the Macaulay Institute in Aberdeenshire. Their research looks into the sustainable use of land and its natural resources for the benefit of everyone. For Macaulay, the Scottish Highlands is one big laboratory. One example is here at Tarland Burn by the River Dee. The researchers from Macaulay discovered high levels of chemicals in the burn coming from waste pipes and septic tanks. As a result, the natural diversity of the stream was being harmed. Even the salmon stopped coming. By improving the banks of the river and cleaning up the wastewater entering the burn, Tarland was brought back to life.
So before we started, the water quality was poor, there were no salmon present, and a lot of the beasties, the range of beasties and invertebrates that live in the streams and on the stream banks were not there. The chemistry's improved, the beasties are back, and the fish are back.
Just a few miles away, as the salmon leaps, is the University of Aberdeen Rowett Institute of Nutrition and Health. They are taking a close look at what we eat and how it affects our health. One success story has been this: a bread specially developed for diabetics. The secret ingredient? Oats.
For diabetics, one of their aims is to control their blood glucose levels, and we think that oats might be beneficial in achieving that. When it's eaten at meal times, it helps reduce that rise in blood glucose after eating. Well, I think we've got a fantastic bread product. We've been using it now for a year and a half in our study, and subject participants have really enjoyed eating it, and the bread is now commercially available, sold in the baker's shop. So we've come up with not only a healthy bread, but a bread that is commercially appealing as well.
Now from loaves to fruit and veg. The Scottish Crop Research Institute in Invergowrie is an internationally recognised centre for research on agricultural plants and the development of new varieties. Thanks to their work here, we can enjoy many of our favourite fruits and vegetables. Right now, top of the crops is the Vale Sovereign potato. It is the world's most environmentally friendly potato, and it is on sale at Tesco's.
It's a variety that in fact has very good pest and disease resistance. It's a variety that gives very good economic yield to farmers, which is very important, that the farmers can actually make profit as well. And it tastes very good. And proof of that is that Tesco's, they give like Oscars for plant varieties, and Vale Sovereign won the best new variety in the whole of fresh produce for Tesco's.
For over 100 years, the Scottish Agricultural College has been supporting rural businesses and communities through research, consultancy and education.
We have research topics on livestock conditions, diseases. We look at plant conditions, some of the diseases of plants, how to produce crops more effectively, how to produce animals more effectively. And now we're looking more and more at the issues of climate change and the economic impact of climate change on land managers in Scotland.
From lab work to field work, the Scottish Agricultural College plays an important role in disease surveillance within farm livestock. Diseases like foot and mouth and blue tongue virus that can cripple our rural economy and have drastic knock-on effects for us all. Another organisation at the front line in the war against animal disease is the Moredun Institute. Founded by Scottish farmers in the 1920s, today Moredun works to improve the health and welfare of livestock animals through scientific research. Here they develop diagnostic tests and vaccines on the principle that prevention is better than cure. Moredun's work does more than safeguard animal health. It can safeguard human health too. Their research into toxoplasmosis is a case in point. It's a parasite that threatens both pregnant ewes and pregnant humans.
So what we've done at Moredun is we've tried to understand how the sheep can resist the parasite, use that information to develop a vaccine, and then we tried to immunise sheep to protect them against the disease. And this was highly successful. We can grow the vaccine in our laboratories here at Moredun, and the vaccine is now the only commercially available vaccine worldwide for toxoplasma.
The Royal Botanic Garden in Edinburgh is a treasure trove of exotic flora. Walk round these gardens and you'll find over 15,000 different species, the second largest collection in the world. Behind the scenes in the herbarium are another 3 million dried and pressed specimens. It's a fascinating record that potentially could last forever. But collecting plants and discovering new ones is only part of the work done here. The Royal Botanic Garden play a major role in protecting what we've got. Up here in Glen Clova, they have been hard at work reintroducing the woolly willow, a plant now at risk through climate change.
So what we've been doing is collecting the seed, and we have to make sure we keep making repeated visits to get the seed when it's viable, bring it back to the Botanic Garden, grow seeds, and these ones here, for example, are about 18 months old now, and they're big enough to survive on their own, and we can take them back up the hill and plant them.
That's just a flavour of the vast range of work undertaken by the specialist institutes that make up Knowledge Scotland. Working together, they provide government and supporting bodies with the best available science to produce effective policies for our food, health, environmental and rural issues. By connecting science and policy, Knowledge Scotland is key to our quality of life, today and tomorrow.